The foundation of my work starts from reproductions of existing paintings and artworks, tapping into a diverse range of pictorial languages, historical references, and contexts, which are then critiqued in my own work. For me, this is not just a means of copying, but a way to generate new meaning and value via transformation. Through this, I examine themes of memory, history, and power through distortion and recontextualization. My painting approach involves a meticulous process of layering various elements. To begin, I carefully establish the initial compositions on canvas, allowing myself to become acquainted with the shapes and forms. In this phase, technology plays a crucial role as I utilize digital collage and AI generation to explore and generate intriguing results based on the original paintings I'm referencing. These digital images then serve as a reference for my actual painting process. As I work onto the canvas, I employ a combination of traditional techniques, blending them seamlessly into my overall approach. This amalgamation of traditional and modern methods enhances the depth and complexity of my paintings, creating a unique and engaging artistic experience.
My practice is both a sanctuary and a place of discomfort, incorporating familiar, everyday scenes with more transient, inconclusive thoughts and experiences. My work takes inspiration from both reality and fantasy, domesticity and dreaming. My instincts, sensations, dreams, and observations of what I see fuel me to make my ideas into a reality. I see shapes, forms, colors, lines, light, tone, texture, negative and positive space of what is around me and what is in my mind.
Why the fuck is it pink? My therapist asked me what my favourite colour was for a breathing exercise. I said, yellow. She looked at me, confused, and asked, I assumed it would have been pink. My bright pink hair stared at her as I replied, just as confused, no, I guess yellow. Maybe I was afraid to admit it was pink. As an artist that uses pink, you'd think I'd understand why. Truth is, I do and I don't. Maybe because I have a love and hate relationship with the colour, I have with myself. I secretly hate that I like the colour. Love it even. Love. That's a strong word. But isn't that what pink is supposed to represent? Love. Love, sweetness, romance, purity, seduction. As in the words, pink is for girls. The epitome of the feminine being. Clearly. Well, that's bullshit. Could that be why I hate the colour? It makes me weak, susceptible to the associations of sweet, seductive, pure, pretty. I have social anxiety, so being bright pink doesn't help. I stand out like a sore thumb. Not such a great cloak of disguise. Or maybe it is. My anxiety blanket is pink. Heavy, warm. Like a hug, mimicking the weight of someone who was once there. Do I need someone there? I used to hate the colour, despise it even. Now I thrive with it. Thrive. Might be too strong. But I have become to learn to dress how I want to, look how I want. You could say as I express myself. There's that word again. Noun. You could say I feel a bit more comfortable with myself. Comfortable may be too bold. But I'm learning every day. About myself, my struggles, my likes, my dislikes, how to survive on my own. And pink is one I need to understand. Maybe I never will. Maybe I'll get halfway. But that is okay. We don't always make it the full way. But in the end, insert little voice into head. Who the fuck cares?
Come home, come home. Don't hurt yourself, son. I still have these words from my grandmom while I was in the fields looking for materials to build new compositions, to create new forms, to do new art. And this is probably the reason why I do this. And this project is in honor to every person who crossed my life, my family, my friends, my enemies, and old lovers. Thank you all. I love you.
Coming from a diverse artistic family background, from a young age I have always been inspired to fuse multiple artistic expressions. This project is a perfect example of that. It combines photography, collage, live visuals and music to create a contemporary piece that represents a sort of Frankenstein mix of friends and family being controlled and oppressed by the weights of the modern world.
Something I've realised while carrying out my art education is that animating my work feels like a process that is natural to me, whether this be exaggerating a gesture or creating lines of action. Nothing should be still, and I prefer art to keep my attention in this way. My work reflects my position in the world, and through this animation, I can create characters to represent me, or things important to me. My degree show work focused on my lack of autonomy as a woman, under Western societal standards, specifically through sculpting large, imposing animals. I use textiles as a personal element, but mainly to create movement. Since graduating, I've been viewing my work from an alternative perspective. I cannot help but see my work as one big den, like the ones you make as a child. Taking this on board as a starting point for creating a new installation for the Alfred Arcade, I decided to transform the whole room. I repurposed the feet from my degree show creatures, as well as the fabric that encompassed their bodies. I like to imagine that as you walk into the room, you are effectively inside of the creature, and when you peer through the fabrics to the left closed-off area, you will see a hanging organ. As you progress through the room, you then stand in between 3 legs and view an arm extending from the inside, through the window, then outside. When you take the room for face value, however, there are canopies and places to crawl behind. Since my work is driven by an expression of internalized archetypes and psychic automatism, I have no choice but to review the current position I am in. Ending full-time education, and as a result being suspended in a state of uncertainty, it's likely a predominant feeling I have currently. I cannot be relied on and have become a child again.
This project is titled How the Environment and Frequent Surroundings of a University Student Can Affect Their Mental Health and Well-Being. I explored the stresses of students, particularly at university level. To do so, I surveyed where students often spent the majority of their time and how this affected them mentally. Students reported that their mental downfall of university was their personal situations at uni, such as living situations and social groups. Students often turned to their study as a form of escapism, which was surprising to me. I guess I assumed it would be the other way around. After this discovery, I asked students what spaces that were used for studying had a positive effect on their well-being. After hearing feedback such as open and relaxing study spaces, I photographed students in these environments. It made me reflect on the privilege of being able to study at a higher level. As I was representing a wide range of university students, it was important for me to photograph a diverse range of people. I capture students in their spaces and unaware of me as the photographer to show them in their form and show them using their study to escape their mental health issues. This project is important to me as I aspire to teach, and this subject matter is close to my heart.